Good morning, Montana. I'm Jason Hurst. As you pour your coffee and make breakfast, we are in a weather alert day. Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster has more on the snowfall that's on its way in just a bit. But coming up over the next half hour, a Gallatin County painter uses art to try and make a difference in the community. Hear what the artist likes to paint and the impact he hopes it has. Plus a Montana Senior Center where stopping by to say hello to residents is changing up the norm and making a difference. The volunteers behind it. And in this week's Montana Moment, Kevin Mackey introduces us to a food bank in Darby that's helping residents who are struggling with the high cost of living.
Well, the time is at 6:31. You can see where we have that Arctic front really not making its way into western Montana. But look at southwest Montana, Bozeman at 10, 9 in Dillon. Can be a lot worse. Friends and family, central and eastern Montana well below zero, 24 below zero right now in Malta. That is the air temperature. Wind makes it feel a little bit colder, even though we don't have that Arctic air in place in Kalispell. That north wind at 10 does make it feel like it's in the single digits. Feels like 9 right now in Kalispell. Feels like 2 above in Bozeman, 3 below in Dillon. Feels like it's some 40+ degrees below zero this morning in Havre and Malta. Snow is our big weather story. We've got a weather alert day up as we're tracking a winter storm warning. Heavy snow will accumulate again for us today. I'll tell you just how much and how much longer this winter weather will last in about 10 minutes.
NBC Montana Making a Difference. Sponsored by Billion Auto Group of Bozeman.
Rivers play a crucial role to communities across the state, but some are up against increased challenges. NBC Montana's Brianna Carroll brings you the story of one painter using art to make a difference.
I'm passionate about rivers. I grew up on rivers, fishing them, looking at them, trying to understand the creatures inside of them.
A lifelong fly fisher, Ben Miller has spent the past 8 years using his fly rod a little differently. The Gallatin is one of Miller's favorite rivers to paint. But over the years, he has noticed the Gallatin start to change.
Things are kind of warming up. Even the Gallatin, since I've been painting on it, up towards Big Sky, all of a sudden there's these massive algae blooms. And they never had them before. And the water's almost neon green.
Rising temperatures, decreasing snowpack, and rapid development are putting strain on the river. And experts say there is a limited window of time to take action to reverse the damage.
Having neon green algal blooms that trace dozens of miles on a river, that means that our rivers are sick. Guy Alcenser has been working on river protection for over 15 years. He says algae blooms are the result of nutrient pollution, specifically a buildup of nitrogen and phosphorus. While these elements occur naturally, he says development activities can increase their levels through stormwater runoff. And rapid snowmelt can further exacerbate the problem, leading to fewer flushing events that keep the river clean and warmer water temperatures ideal for the growth of algae. We can't control how much sunlight, we can't control how much it snows, but we gosh darn well can do a better job of how and where we develop. If current conditions go unchecked, Alcenser says the impacts on wildlife, agriculture, and the outdoor recreation economy could be dire. But he says there are things that can be done now to safeguard the health of the river, such as taking a precautionary approach to development, implementing the best available pollution control technology, and executing a science-based cleanup plan. Painting with a purpose, Miller's art helps to raise awareness of the challenges that endangered rivers like the Gallatin face by documenting the changes that occur in an objective manner.
I don't know a better way to have it explained as through art, how it's painted and the time and the place. There was no refuting those facts.
Miller's work actively makes a difference in the health of the river, with a portion of the proceeds from his Endangered Rivers collection going toward the organizations working to keep them clean for future generations. For NBC Montana, I'm Brianna Carroll.
Recently, we told you officials transported 240 inmates to other facilities around the country to help relieve overcrowding in the Montana state prisons. Now, we spoke to a mother of an inmate who told us that she was never notified that her son was one of the many inmates who were transported. Her son, Jeremy, has been incarcerated for 10 years, the last 3 spent at the Montana State Prison. Now, when Jeremy arrived in Arizona, he was then able to call and inform his family of the transportation. And we reached out to the Montana State Prison and asked why inmates and their families are not notified of these transports. They sent us this statement saying that the transportation of inmates, whether it's from the Lewis and Clark County Detention Center to Montana State Prison or from the Montana State Prison to Mississippi, is a high security activity. It's to help ensure the safety of staff and inmates involved. We also reached out to Accord Civic, the private prison company that has a contract in place with the state of Montana, and facilitated the transports about how they decide who to transport to different facilities. A spokesperson sent us this statement saying they do not make decisions related to the transfers. Those decisions are made by government partners. Now, the Montana DOC tells us inmates are transferred based on numerous factors, such as custody level and medical treatments. They are working closely with the governor's budget office and Montana legislators to identify long-term solutions to overcrowding in Montana prisons. Now, hopefully, these solutions will help support the inmates' mental health as well. A volunteer-run organization is helping residents in Manhattan stay social while serving up hot meals. NBC Montana's Michael Santaskoy stopped by the local senior center to see how they are making a difference.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, there you go. There they are.
A family-friendly environment. That's the type of energy you'll feel inside the Manhattan Senior Center. Local residents can come into the Senior Center Tuesday through Thursday to socialize or enjoy a nice warm meal. Joan Thompson and her husband participated in events at this Senior Center for over 10 years.
This is a place for seniors to get together and communicate and show the others that are here that we care about them.
Barb Schneidenbach has volunteered for the Senior Center for over 2 years. She says it's crucial for seniors to stay social and active for their own health.
We also have a community where we have a couple of orphan seniors where they need to have, a little interaction. Otherwise, they're home alone. They're doing their own dishes. Out here, they don't have to do that.
The Manhattan Senior Center not only provides meals in person at the facility, they also hit the road with its Meals on Wheels program to deliver meals to seniors. Senior Center officials say they're seeing an uptick in Meal on Wheels clients, with the number of meals served each day and month increasing by 47% since last year.
That is an encouraging thing that we can reach more people in our community. As we go forward, I think it will just increase over time.
Cruz says the Senior Center wants to expand its outreach within the Manhattan community, but the organization needs more delivery drivers and volunteers to make and pack meals. If you would like to volunteer or learn how you can receive a hot meal, find my article at nbcmontana.com. In Manhattan, Michael Santaskoy, NBC Montana.
And we now visit with Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster, who is standing by. Brooke, you've already mentioned snow is coming and we could expect a good amount of it, but is it going to end anytime soon?
We're definitely going to see snow showers in, but not until late tonight and early Tuesday morning. We've got plenty of moisture that's going to be moving in, impacting travel for us throughout the day today, and even lingering impacts expected Tuesday, with our next weather maker rolling in Wednesday, so a lot more snow to come. 6:39, live look this morning, Kalispell Sportsman Ski House weather camera, 20 degrees. But remember, when you factor in that wind, feels like it's in the single digits. 23 for you by around lunchtime. Still expecting some snow showers throughout the day today. Same goes for the Missoula Valley. Snow covered and icy roads for us this morning in Missoula. This is our Clearwater Credit Union weather camera looking along Brook Street. You're definitely going to need some extra time this morning just to get to your destination. 26 right now in Missoula. We'll be at 27 by around lunchtime. Winter storm warning through 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'll tell you how much more snow to expect in about 10 minutes.
Coming up in this week's Montana Moment, Kevin Mackey introduces us to a food bank in Darby that's helping residents who are struggling with the high cost of living. But first, here is a live look from our Hellgate Plumbing weather camera above TV Mountain at Snowbowl. Chief Meteorologist Brooke Foster has your day planner right after the break.